Welcome to Aptitude for Placements, and my name is Ranjit. I have conducted this aptitude training program at various engineering colleges all over India, and every year thousands of students get placed by attending this aptitude training program. Here you will find all the questions that are commonly encountered in most of the aptitude tests. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of these tests. So just familiarize yourself with all these questions and you will have a clear advantage when you attempt your actual placement test. Let's start. Find the compound interest on rupees 2000 invested for 2 years at 5% per year. So the money that has been invested is rupees 2000. So the principal is rupees 2000 and the rate of interest is 5% per year. Now we need to calculate the compound interest for 2 years. So first of all we'll calculate the compound interest at the end of the first year, that is for the first year. Now for the first year, you will get it as R% of principal. R is 5%. So first year's compound interest will be R% of principal, 5% of this 2000. I will just calculate that. I will cancel out the zeros. So 5 into 20 gives you 100. So rupees 100 is first year's compound interest. Next, let us calculate the compound interest for the second year. Now in the second year, this R% of principal that you will get. So R% of principal, this 100 you will get. Apart from that, you will be getting R% of first year's interest. That is from the second year onwards, you will be getting interest on previous year's interest. That is R is 5%. So you will get 5% of first year's interest. 5% of this 100 also you will be getting. So the question is, what is the compound interest for 2 years? So we have to add up all these values. First year it is 100. Second year you will get this 100 and this 5% of this 100 also. 100 and 100 will cancel out. So this is equal to 5. So compound interest for 2 years is 100 plus this 100 plus this 5. So altogether 205. That is the compound interest for 2 years. That is option B. A person invested a sum of rupees 1000 in compound interest at 20% per year for a period of 2 years. So we'll just write down all the data. The sum that he has invested is rupees 1000. So that is the principal. And the rate of interest is 20% per year. Now the question is, what is the amount that he will get at the end of 2 years? First of all, we'll just calculate the interest that he'll get at the end of the first year. That is for the first year. Now in compound interest for the first year, the interest will be R% of principal. Rate of interest is 20%. So you will get 20% of the principal, that is 1000. So this will be the first year's compound interest. We'll just calculate this. I'll just cancel out the zeros. So 20 into 10 gives you 200. That will be first year's compound interest. Now let us calculate the second year's compound interest. Now this 200 you will get. Now this 200 is R% of the principal. R is 20%. So 20% of 1000. This 200 you will get. Now extra that you will be getting is R% of first year's interest. From the second year onwards, you will be getting R% of previous year's interest. So apart from this 200, you will be getting R% of this 200 also. R is 20%. 20% of first year's interest, 20% of this 200 also you will be getting. So this is what you will be getting extra in second year's compound interest. So let us calculate the compound interest for 2 years. First year it is 200. Second year this 200 you will get. And this 20% of this 200 also you will be getting. 100 divides 2 times. So 20 into 2 gives you 40. So compound interest for 2 years will be 200 plus 200. 400 plus 40 gives you 440. That is the compound interest for 2 years. Now the question is, what is the amount that he will get at the end of 2 years? Principal is 1000 plus interest is 440. So amount at the end of 2 years will be 1440. So option D, 1440. The simple interest on a certain sum for 2 years was obtained as rupees 100, where the rate of interest is 5% per year. Now we'll just represent that data. Simple interest for 2 years was obtained as rupees 100. Now simple interest that you get every year, it is always constant. You will get it as R% of principal. So simple interest for 2 years was 100, means first year it has to be rupees 50, second year it has to be 50, because simple interest every year it is constant, and for 2 years it will add up to rupees 100. Now the question is, what would be the compound interest for the same sum at the same rate for the same duration? What will be the compound interest for 2 years? Now compound interest for the first year will be same as first year simple interest. That is, you will get it as R% of principal. Simple interest first year is 50, so that will be same as compound interest, that will also be 50, and this 50 is actually R% of the principal. Now we will calculate the compound interest for the second year. This 50 you will get, 50 is R% of principal, that you will get, and extra that you will be getting is R% of first year's interest. So you will be getting R% of this 50 also. Now rate of interest is 5% per year. So extra that you will be getting is R% of first year's interest, R% of this 50 also you will be getting. Now the question is, what would be the compound interest for the same sum at the same rate for the same duration? That is a compound interest for 2 years. That is what we need to calculate. So this we have to add it up. So first year's compound interest is 50. Second year's compound interest is this 50 and this also. 50 divides 2 times. So 5 by 2 gives you 2.5. So compound interest for 2 years is 50 plus 50, 100, plus this 2.5 gives you 102.5. That is the compound interest for 2 years. That is option B. The simple interest on a certain sum for 2 years was obtained as rupees 300, where the rate of interest is 10% per year. So we'll represent that data. Simple interest for 2 years is rupees 300. Now simple interest every year it is always constant. You will get it as R% of principal. So simple interest for 2 years altogether it is 300. Now simple interest every year it is constant. So first year it has to be 150. So second year it has to be 150, and it will add up to 300. Now the question is, what would be the compound interest for the same duration? That is for 2 years. So let us calculate the compound interest for 2 years. First of all, we will calculate the compound interest for the first year. Now first year compound interest is exactly same as first year simple interest. That is, you will get it as R% of principal. So first year simple interest is 150. So compound interest also should be 150. And this 150 is R% of the principal. Now we will calculate the compound interest for the second year. This 150 you will get, that is R% of the principal, and extra that you will be getting is R% of first year's interest. That is R% of this 150 also you will be getting. Now rate of interest is 10% per year. So extra that you will be getting is R%, that is 10% of first year's interest. 10% of this 150 also you will be getting. So this is a compound interest for 2 years. So what is the compound interest for the same duration? That is for 2 years. We'll just calculate that. First year's compound interest is 150. Second year's compound interest is 150 plus 10% of this 150. I'll cancel out the zeros. So this you will get it as 15. So compound interest for 2 years is 150 plus 150, 300, plus 15 gives you 315. That is the compound interest for 2 years. 315, option A. The simple interest on a certain sum for 2 years was obtained as rupees 200, where the rate of interest is 20% per year. So simple interest for 2 years is rupees 200. Now we'll just calculate the simple interest for the first year. Now simple interest every year it is always constant. For 2 years it is rupees 200. So first year it has to be 100, second year it has to be 100, and it is always constant. You will get it as R% of principal. Now the question is, what would be the compound interest for the same duration? That is, what will be the compound interest for 2 years? So first we'll calculate the compound interest for the first year. Compound interest for the first year is exactly same as first year simple interest. They are both same. You will get it as R% of principal. Simple interest first year is 100. So compound interest also should be 100. They are both same. Now we'll calculate the compound interest for the second year. Now this 100 you will get. This 100 is actually R% of the principal. That you will get, and extra that you get in the second year will be R% of first year's interest. R% of this 100 also you will be getting. That is what you will be getting extra in compound interest. Now rate of interest is 20% per year. So extra that you will be getting is 20% of first year's interest. 20% of this 100 also you will be getting. Now what is the compound interest for 2 years? So this is the compound interest for 2 years. We'll just calculate. So 100 for the first year. Second year this 100 you will get, and this also you will get. That is 20% of 100. 100 and 100 cancels out. So what we get is 20. So compound interest for 2 years is 100 plus 100, 200, plus this 20, 220. That will be the compound interest for 2 years. That is option D. Let me briefly explain how to prepare for your aptitude test. First of all, you need to familiarize yourself with all the questions that have been worked out here. These are the questions that keep on repeating in many of the aptitude tests. After that, you need to attempt practice tests. According to me, you need to attempt at least 10 practice tests before your actual placement test. Here, I will be giving you 10 practice tests, and these practice tests will be ideal for you to improve your test scores. The 10 practice tests are available at a cost of only rupees 200. So all that you need to do is make a payment of rupees 200, either through Google Pay or through PhonePe or through Paytm, and you will receive the 10 practice tests. The details of the payment comes next.